Hello everyone, Rambles here, and welcome back to World of Warcraft Classic Cataclysm and our Orc Hunters leveling campaign. We are headed into Silithus today. We are actually nearing the entrance here on the northwestern border of Ungoro Crater. And this is going to be the last zone that we tackle in the old world on this character. So I am looking forward to it. We've had a nice big journey, but it's soon to come to a close. So far my favorite zones have been Feralus and Winterspring. Both of those kind of, they had some changes, they had some revamps, but they both had aspects of them that still felt classic to me. So we'll see what Silithus has in store for us. Thank you guys for clicking on the video and for joining me here. I truly do appreciate all of the support on this series. I hope you guys are doing well. Looks like our breadcrumb takes us into the middle of the zone. We'll see if we run into any quests along the way. This is another zone that I don't have really any experience in. I've been in this zone a handful of times in my life. All of those times have been very short. It looks like we're going to be questing out of Cenarian Hold. Before we do anything, let's go ahead and bind our Hearthstone here. It's not going to do any good up in Winterspring.
Farewell. What brings you here?
Greetings, Hunter. Welcome to Cenarian Hold. From here, we will strike against the Silithid, where they're at their strongest. I hope you've come to lend a hand. Welcome to Cenarian Hold. You've certainly come from far off. Cenarian Hold is a location of utmost strategic importance. I'm convinced that while we hold it, our victory over the Silithid is guaranteed. Provided our influx of supplies can be maintained, that is. Desert worms have proven to be more of a threat to our supply caravans than even the Silithid themselves. Just this morning, a large shipment of marrow grain was ravaged by a group of dread strikers. I need you to thin their numbers to ensure our supplies are not jeopardized. We have a wanted poster here. Bring Death Class Pincer back. We can get a nice bow. Okay, okay. We have a couple more quests over this way, and a flight point to pick up. Quite a few quests. Twilight Geolords. The Twilight's Hammer, an insane cult bent on destruction, set up camps in Silithus and performed rituals day and night. We do not know yet their plans, but we do think that they are somehow linked to the pulsing red crystals spread across the desert. Although their mystery may one day be solved, we must first deal with their immediate threat. Go to their camp to the west and seek out the Twilight Geolords. They are the heads of the serpents. That is where we must strike.
We shall reap what brings you here.
Secret communication. Some of the Twilight's Hammer cultists carry around little papers with gibberish written on them. I want you to bring me a stack of them, Hunter. I can't figure out what the gibberish means, but that's not the point. These papers are how their different groups communicate secretly. The more text we take out of circulation, the less they can communicate.
Be careful.
Okay, that makes a little bit of sense.
Loktar.
And report to General Kurika. You must be one of General Kurika's new recruits. It's about time you showed up. Bodies wear down quick in the desert. The dwarves have been getting reinforcements daily, and we can't afford to lose ground in our struggle for resources in Silithus. Get your instructions from the General. It's not my job to train you, just find you.
Your blades never dull.
Okay, let's grab the flight point. And we have another quest inside the building here.
Thrall Hall.
Our venerable war matron, Orkrilla, has sent me to the far reaches of the world in search of suitable heroes that would join our cause. Are you interested in strengthening the Horde's grasp over the Eastern Kingdoms? Then take this portal to the Blasted Lands. Report to Orkrilla at Dreadmaw Hold. We are going to pass on that. I don't think we'll need to do that, but we'll see. Alright, so this is our breadcrumb way down to the south. We got plenty to do up here, though. Let's go after the Dread Strikers first. We need 15 of them. I'm not really sure why our pet ran off to attack a critter. That's a little bit strange, but okay. He went after another critter. Did you guys see that? Why is he doing that? That's so strange. Alright, yeah, they really didn't spawn enough of these guys in this area. We could go to a different area. I'd really rather not. So maybe we come down here, we fight some of the Twilight Geolords for a bit, and maybe wait for a couple of these guys to respawn. We need one more, so... don't want to do a bunch of traveling for one more. Apparently someone has beaten us to it. Let's head over this way and investigate this other camp. Well, the biggest problem is that everyone else here is killing the Geolords for whatever reason. We can't seem to find any Geolords that are alive, with just the handful of people that are in the zone. Yeah, see, the problem is that there's only 2 tiny camps that are accessible, and then 1 camp way down here. No one's gonna want to go down here to farm these up. Yep, and here we go. Here's a level 80 King Death Knight. Mother King level 80. Killing all of the that we need. Oh my god. I dislike it. I'm just gonna tag as many of these guys as I can. Oh, our pet is dead. That's awesome. All right. Well, this has turned into quite a cluster F. Not really what I had in mind. Alright, we've got 10 out of 10 encrypted text. Now we need 2 more Geolords. One more Geolord. Alright, let's go ahead. We'll hearth back and we'll get these turned in and we'll see what's next.
You wish to speak? Winds be at your back.
Now we're going after 20 dredge crushers.
Ancestors watch over you.
There must be a quest upstairs that maybe we missed before.
Well, spit it out. Keep it real.
I don't know. I didn't see what she gave us. Stepping up security, dredge crushers, report to General Kirkula. Scorpid stingers, and skitterer fangs. Okay, yeah, maybe we missed these. I had a feeling that we should have been killing more stuff while we were out there. So, yeah.
What brings you here? Ancestors watch over.
We have discovered another base of operations for the Twilight's Hammer. It is called Twilight's Run. It is a cave tucked in the northeast corner of Silithus. The local leader of the cult, Viral the Vile, haunts that cave. It is he who you must next defeat. When you have done this, bring me his signet ring.
May the eternal
How may I
sun
aid you?
shine upon thee.
Go in peace.
And there's level 58. Now, traditionally and normally, if all you were concerned about was getting a character to max level as soon as you can, level 58 is when you would go into Outland. With the revamp, it's more viable to stay here now than it was back in the day. But yeah, you would still probably go right to the Dark Portal, right at 58. This is where your old world adventure would come to an end. And you can go level up in Outland at this point. My goal is to try to finish the Silithus questing, so that we can at least say that we've cleared this zone, that we've read the majority of the story quest, and all that. So we'll see how far that gets us. Alright, now we're just looking for 3 more scorpions. Ugh, I can already tell like a lot of this zone is going to be running in circles, and I detest running in circles. I'm going to start fighting some other stuff because I also get the feeling that some of this stuff is sharing spawn points, and it's only going to spawn in so many things, and of course it's going to spawn in the least of the thing that I need when I need it. And so just so I don't go crazy running in circles, I'm just going to fight some other stuff, and we're going to be waiting for respawns on the 2 scorpions that we need. we're in combat with something, but in reality we're not in combat with anything, so I'm not really sure what's going on with that. I went to mount up and I couldn't mount up, so go figure. Oh my gosh, where are the scorpions? This kind of questing would have been perfectly alright back in vanilla era when kill experience accounted for a lot of your overall experience gains. But in Cataclysm and onward, when your kill XP, it's basically meaningless. Like, you can watch how little the XP bar moves. Yeah, like, it's basically meaningless at this point to grind on stuff, and that feels really, really bad. One of the worst things they did to World of Warcraft was to make negligible kill experience from mobs in the open world. It's like, at some point they decided, you know, nope, don't let people level up how they want. We want people to do quests and level a certain way, and so let's just make kill experience completely negligible. And it's a horrible thing to do, because it makes grinding like this feel absolutely wasteful. You feel like you are flushing your time directly into the toilet, and it never used to feel that way. If this were vanilla era, it'd be like, okay, we can fight some stuff, we're gaining decent XP, the kill rate's pretty high, and it wouldn't be a problem to farm out here waiting for 2 scorpions to respawn. But in Cata and onward, it feels really bad. It feels really, really bad. Ugh, and then you have competition and it just like enrages you. Like, this is our last guy. I've been running circles around out here. Running circles for these scorpions, and then someone comes along and takes the guy you need. Alright, let's go turn this one in before we do anything else. Actually, let's just hearth. We got a hearthstone on a 15-minute cooldown. And it's pretty clear that all the quests here are going to take us at least 15 minutes to get them done. So let's see if there are any follow-ups to this before we go after the Dredge Crushers.
Yeah, what do you want? Be good?
Yeah, see, here we go. Gather 3 Stonelash Pincer Stingers, 3 Stonelash Flayer Stingers, 3 Rock Stalker Fangs.
Never need anything.
Okay, yeah, we got lots of other parts to collect. In some of the same areas that we're going to be fighting everything else. right down here is a good area to go after everything that we need. There he goes again. He's chasing a critter that's all the way over here in the distance. Why is he being like this? I mean, at least usually it doesn't get us into any trouble, but it's still really baffling. Especially these quests when you're killing 20 of one thing. And you're not, like, you're not getting kill experience for it. I mean, you are, but it's not nearly enough. We're getting like 299 XP. I feel like I could go back to like level 40 and we were getting like 200 XP. It's like the experience gains from kills, they go nowhere. And it makes these more vanilla style quests just feel really bad. Because usually in vanilla era, you would have got more experience out of killing the 20 guys than you would actually get turning in the quest. And so, like, it was good. You didn't mind. And on the way, you would just kill more stuff around you because it was just more XP. Cataclysm era, that's not true. The only meaningful chunk of XP you're really going to get is going to be the 10,000 you get from the quest turn-in. And you're going to do, well, you're going to get what, like 4,000 from the 20 guys? Like 4 or 5, you're going to get about half of the amount of XP that you would get from turning in the quest. Whereas I feel like back in vanilla, you would get about double the XP from the kills and half from the quest. So like the quest was just like a nice little thing to get you to go out and fight stuff. You'd get the bulk of your XP from doing the combat, and then you would turn in the quest for another nice chunk of XP. And that felt a lot better from like an RPG game standpoint than, you know, not getting a lot of kill XP and then relying on the quest turn in to get the big chunk. Especially when you got to go out and fight 20 of them. And not even fight 20 of them, but then the fact that, you know, they're kind of few and far between, so you can't really go from pole to pole fighting them. You got to travel around, hunt them out. And you're just like, you know, it doesn't feel great. This zone, I feel like they changed some things, but some of these quests are still, they're still very vanilla. And it doesn't work well with the XP gains. Alright, next we're going after Flayer Stingers and Rockstalker Fangs to the south here. Let's not run right through the Alliance camp, that would probably end pretty badly for us. Oh, this guy's an elite. Alright, since we're down here, let's head up to the north a bit and report to General Kurika and see what they want us to do. It'd be nice if they could have put some different music in here. I feel like this is the vanilla music, and it's like one of those music tracks that it's more just noise. It's not music, it's like, it's something. It's not really what I would prefer to hear. Low, ominous tones. That's really what it is. It's good that you're here, but there's no time to waste making small talk. You need instructions, and then you need to get out there.
Fight well, friend.
For some time now, we have been tapping the crystal resources of the Silithus desert. The only dangers we faced were from the creatures that made this place their home and the oppressive sand and dust and heat. But now the Alliance seems to have caught on to what we have found here. It is now a race between us to capture the natural resources and keep them from one another. I need every set of hands that is available. I hope I have yours.
Forth to victory.
What are we doing? Deliver Silithus. I don't know what that means. Deliver... I hope I have yours. Deliver Silithus. Find and deliver Silithus to the Silithus extractor, then speak with General Kurika. Yeah, without having any kind of idea, like, written into the quest or put onto the map, I'm not sure exactly what I'm supposed to do with this one. Like, you either have to tell me where to go to get it, how to get it, who to get it from, or you have to put it on the tracker. You can't just not tell me and not mark it. I don't even know what Silithus is. It's some kind of resource, okay? So maybe something we click on that's on the ground somewhere. Maybe it's something that drops off of enemies. Tapping the crystal resources. Okay, so it's some kind of crystal resource. Great. Okay, let's run towards the nearest crystalline rock-shaped looking structures and let's have a look around. Yeah, I don't see anything. This is where you could use words to tell me where to go. But it doesn't. It doesn't give me words. There's no words telling me where to go. And the quest tracking tracks where I bring the items to. I bring the items back here. For now, I'm just gonna hearth out of here. I really don't know what my other options are. I could look up the quest. I could go into a Wowhead tab right now and I could look it up. I just don't really want to do that. I don't feel like I should have to play a video game. Maybe we'll come across it someday. I don't know.
May the eternal sun shine.
What's up? Pleasure doing business with ya. Have a good one.
Noggle's lost satchel. Where am I? Where's my bag? I must have lost it while fleeing from Death Clasp with a giant scorpion. In my rush to escape, I walked right into a nest of stone-lashed flayers. The satchel I was carrying had all sorts of rare reagents in it. Oh god, that's all the way back down to the south. Ugh. Well, let's just ping-pong back and forth across the entire zone. That's what we like to do. This guy's got the best view in the zone. We got our blue bow. There we go. Hey, that's cool. I'll take it. This guy is badass looking.
Hello.
I don't know when we got that axe, but yeah, that's cool. I have no idea where that came from. But I'll take it. It's got 17 agility, it's got strength, it's got stamina. As opposed to 4 agility, 9 agility, that's only 12 agility. Yeah, I think we come out better with that, don't we? That's not bad. Guys, I tell you what. I think I'm going to stop right here. You know, we could do the rest of the stuff here in Silithus. That would probably get us level 59. I don't think it would quite get us to level 60. Level 58 is typically where you would just head to Outland and you would start doing the Hellfire Peninsula stuff. A couple of thoughts that I've been kind of holding on to for... I don't know, let's see, how long has our slash played been? 24 hours plus 18, that's 34. 42, about 42 hours, 43 hours, somewhere around there. So, like, it's probably been since we were... Probably since the Southern Barrens. I have found the Hunter to be a singularly boring class to play. Now, that being said, the build that we currently are... It feels slightly better than the aimed shot build. Like, sticking with the aimed shot build for so long was probably a really bad idea. It was not very interesting, obviously, like, game mechanic wise. As a player, it was incredibly boring, incredibly tedious. To mostly be one-shotting enemies for a very long time. And even when we weren't one-shotting them, it was like a two-hit wombo combo. Which, you know, some people might find that kind of gameplay cool. Yeah, our character's really powerful, all that stuff. Okay, other thing with the Hunter, you have a pet. So you're really never under any kind of duress. From really early on, we didn't have to use first aid, we didn't have to use food, we never had to heal. And that just kind of takes a bit away from the experience for me. And then, like, for me, when I'm not toe-to-toe with the enemy, I guess I just kind of get bored really easily. So yeah, for me, the Hunter, very powerful class, probably would do really, really well in dungeons, really, really well in some endgame content. But for a leveling class, to play through the game, to see the zones, it's been really boring. And I've been sticking with it. And trying to hit my commitment on the character of seeing everything we can in the old world on this character. But I think I've hit that point. I think I've hit the point on this character where I've seen everything I'm going to see on this character. Silithus seems unchanged from the few things I remember from Vanilla era. Not Vanilla, because there was nothing here in Vanilla, but I think in TBC they came and they added some questing. And yeah, the zone is one of those zones, like, it's cool to come here, it's cool to look at. The questing here, I don't really enjoy it. We're ping-ponging across the entire zone now, as opposed to ping-ponging across little areas. And I'm just not really digging it. That being said, we are at that point again where ideally this character would leave the old world and it would go into Outland. And so I'm going to call this one done here. Some of you guys aren't going to like that. Some of you guys are going to say, hey, you should just finish Silithus. It's my favorite zone. If I were playing a different class, if I was having fun with the button pushing and all that stuff, then yeah, sure, we could definitely hang out here. We could finish the zone. We could hit level 59 before shelving the character for a bit. But I'm not going to do that. I'm going to call it right here. And this is where this character is going to stop for now. So future plans for Cata, I do plan to do a similar playthrough. We're going to do Eastern Kingdoms Alliance. And we're going to do that on a dwarf rogue. I think being a rogue, like getting back into melee, actually getting hit by enemies. Hopefully there's no one-shot mechanics that we rely on for 20 hours of the leveling experience. Hopefully like there's a little bit of challenge. Maybe on a melee class we can pull multiple enemies together and maybe AoEing them down will give us a little bit more challenge. We'll have to fight for survival a little bit more and get a little bit more... I'll be able to get a little bit more immersed into the combat, into the character. On this character, I felt really detached from the combat. Obviously, you have your pet tanking it out there, you're one-shotting things. It just feels very, very distant. Very easy just to kind of zone out and just not be into it. And that's kind of how it's been for me for like the last 20 hours of gameplay on this character. So yeah, we're going to stop right here. We're going to put a pin in it. We're going to level up a rogue next. We're going to do the rogue, then we're going to do Eastern Kingdoms Horde on a Forsaken. I don't know if the Forsaken is going to be a Warlock or a Shadow Priest, but those are my options for the Eastern Kingdoms Horde side. And then Kalimdor Alliance side, maybe we'll do a Night Elf Druid, something like that. Let me know what you guys think. I would love to hear from you. I really appreciate you guys being here. I can't say enough how much I appreciate you guys who have been here for every episode, who have checked out the episodes every day, even as the series drags on and on. I know once a series gets past like episode 15, the views and the watch time typically plummet. And that was definitely true of this playthrough. And sometimes, you know, from a creator standpoint, that's kind of rough sometimes. Things we're going to be doing differently in the future, I'm going to be doing longer episodes. So, you know, when we start up the Dwarf Rogue, instead of having like 40-minute episodes, hour episodes, I'm going to try to get them around an hour and a half or longer. That way we can have the same amount of content, but it's going to be across less episodes. That's probably going to be more digestible for some of you guys who just want more content in the day, and it's going to be better for me from like a YouTube algorithm perspective of not just cranking out 40 episodes, half of which nobody's watching. So yeah. Those are some closing thoughts on the class, some plans for the future. As far as zones, my favorite zones in this playthrough were probably Northern Barrens, Southern Barrens. Feralus takes the cake in my opinion. Feralus was my favorite zone to level this character in. And then Winter Spring was also good. The big losers of the playthrough, the biggest disappointment was probably Stone Talon. Stone Talon went from being a really enjoyable zone in vanilla era to just being just kind of like stupid, I guess, is the lazy definition. I didn't enjoy the faction war there. I didn't enjoy leveling up in whatever dude's army. Like, there was a couple of cool moments, like we got to see Garrosh throw a guy off a cliff, that was cool, but yeah, ultimately it wasn't really the kind of questing I was looking for in Stone Talon. I really disliked how Sunrock Retreat was completely ignored. How it's still there, but they didn't use it at all. They didn't keep any of the original quests there, and they didn't use it in any of the revisions. It seemed like a zone that was kind of half-assed. So that was a big loser. Ashenvale was okay. I feel very similarly about Ashenvale to how I felt about Stone Talon, is that like the big focus on the faction war kind of ruined those zones. It took away from them. It definitely did not add to those zones. That's why like the best zones were the ones that didn't have the faction war. Like Feralus didn't really have the faction war, and then Winter Spring did not have any vestige of a faction war whatsoever. And those are my favorite zones to be in. Thousand Needles was kind of a wash. We did a lot of stuff with pirates, a lot of stuff with goblins. I don't like pirates or goblins, so I'm kind of predisposed to not like Thousand Needles. Northern and Southern Barrens were pretty good. And I think that covers, basically, that's everywhere that we quested, right? We went from Durotar, and Durotar was okay. Obviously, it's the intro zone to the game, so it wasn't marvelous. We went from Durotar to Northern Barrens to Ashenvale to Stone Talon. And then we went into... We did a little bit in Dustwallow Marsh. Obviously, just one quick episode. Nothing really has changed there. But yeah, those are kind of the losers and winners for me of this playthrough. The Hunter class seems like it'll be really powerful at endgame, but leveling it was a real boring time. I will leave you guys with that. I look forward to seeing you guys again on the Dwarf Rogue. Thank you so much for being here. As always, take care of yourselves out in the real world and take care of each other. And we will see you back here again very soon. Bye for now.